and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time in the making. I expect a lot of you have come over from my blog Made from Beauty, and now we have a YouTube channel to go with it. So I'm going to be showing you each week, there's going to be a video every week of lots of different makeup and beauty favourites, with a little bit of style thrown in there as well. So today I'm going to start off with just my current favourites. I thought that was a good place to start. I'm not tying it to any month or anything like that. So here goes, I'm going to jump into the products. So the first product that I've been loving is a new foundation, and it's the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. Now, Kat Von D very kindly sent this to me, but it wouldn't be a foundation that I would normally have picked up if I was just out shopping. I'm not really somebody who normally loves full coverage or thick foundations, and that is what this is. It's a very full coverage, relatively thick. It's not uncomfortable to wear on the skin at all, but it definitely is a thicker texture than I'd normally go for. But the reason why I absolutely love this is it just gives such a flawless finish. It doesn't even look like my skin. It's like I've been airbrushed, and it also lasts all day. I've been setting it with a powder that I'm going to talk about in a minute, but I can find as well that I don't actually even have to set this. So on a day-to-day basis, I'm not the biggest powder lover. So it's incredible to find a foundation that's this full coverage and doesn't need setting with a powder either. Okay, so on to one of my next beauty favourites, and it's actually a powder foundation, which I don't think I've used a powder foundation since the start of me wearing makeup, way when I was like 12 nearly, when I tried out the Bare Minerals powder foundation, and I think that's probably one of the ones that most of us know. But this is the Dolce & Gabbana powder foundation. I wanted to try some Dolce & Gabbana makeup because I'd heard some brilliant things about their powder products particularly, and I picked up two powders from the collection. I picked up this powder foundation and also the bronzer, which, spoiler alert, is going to be in this video as well. But it's actually really great coverage, first of all, which I think is brilliant for just a powder foundation. It's breathable, it's lightweight, exactly what you want from a powder foundation. I've got this on today actually in conjunction with the Kat Von D, and as you can probably tell, it gives a very, very full coverage foundation look, because this powder on its own would give me a medium coverage anyway. So I've been absolutely loving it. I can't rave enough about Dolce & Gabbana's powder formulation. All of the powders that I've tried from the line have been really finely milled, really lightweight, blendable, everything you really want. They're incredibly luxe, they're incredibly expensive, they all come in these little velvet bags and things like that. But if you're in the market for a brand new, and it's not that well known, I think, as well, for a powder foundation or a bronzer, I think actually Dolce & Gabbana are an incredible way to go. So moving on from that one, like I said, the Dolce & Gabbana bronzer is in this favourites as well. It isn't a bronzer that if you showed it to me out of the packaging, I would have thought I would have gone with. So it's actually quite reddish in tone, which normally I wouldn't go for. I'd go with a cooler bronzer. However, this is a really warm toned bronzer. It's totally matte, which I love as well. But as I was saying about the powder foundation a minute ago, I can't get over how blendable and seamless these powder products are. I can put this on just over the top of a BB cream with no powder at all, and this blends out like a dream. It's incredible. It gives a really natural look as well. I've got it on today with quite a heavy coverage base as well, and I think it really lends itself to either a day-to-day look or a more sort of glam, dolled up look as well. So I absolutely love these powders. Like I said, if you'd said to me that I would have been a convert to Dolce & Gabbana makeup, I would have said, oh dear for my bank balance. But I absolutely love these. I've tried out a couple of other things from the range. So I've tried out some one of their lipsticks and one of their lip glosses, and they're okay, they're nice, but they're nothing to really write home about. But when it comes to their powder products, I think they're some of the best on the market. So sticking with base, my next product's totally different ends of the spectrum when it comes to cost. This is the MUA, it's from their Luxe line, so it's the MUA Glow Beam Liquid Highlight Cushion. So if you've read my blog every now and then, you'll probably know I really am on board with this whole cushion trend that we're seeing at the minute. So when I saw a cushion highlight, I thought, hang on a minute, had to try it out. Now, it's really, really lovely, but it's really, really high shine, which, you know, you do want a lot of shine from a highlighter, but if you're thinking about that this would be a product that you can pop on over your foundation, I'd say this isn't the product for you. So the way that I found this is the best to go is to just apply this before my foundation, and it gives a really lit from within look. It's actually quite warm toned as well, which I wasn't expecting. So you'll see in the cushion here, it's quite a sort of dark, almost bronzy colour. On the skin, it doesn't go on a bronze necessarily, but it's definitely a golden shimmer, which for my skin tone at the minute, when I've got a little bit of fake tan on, is great, and I probably could get away with wearing this over the top of foundation at the moment. But on a day-to-day basis, I've found that this is great as a sort of glow-giving primer for my foundation. So I've been really, really liking this, and I think for the price, it's brilliant. It's been a little while since MUA have released something that I've been really on board with, but this product, I think is great. So the other base product I've got to talk about today is another cream product, and it's from Soap & Glory. It's the Mighty Contourer, which is quite hard to say, the Mighty Contourer. And this is a trio of cream products. So in the top you get a bronzer, and underneath, well, a bronzer contour, and underneath you get a blush and a highlight. The reason why I said a bronzer is because I actually think this is quite warm toned for a contour shade. Although it is really, really nice, and I could see myself doing a little bit of contour with it in the summer, especially when you don't want to wear too much, too heavy products on the skin. But for me, I've been loving this as just a sort of bronze around the perimeters of the face. It blends in really, really nicely, the bronzer. It really warms up the complexion. It merges sort of with your foundation as well, so it's great for giving a really sort of lightweight, light coverage, seamless sort of bronze. So that's the star of the show when it comes to this product for me. It's that sort of bronze contour shade in the top. Underneath, I do really, really, really like the blush, the cream blush that's in here. It's a gorgeous sort of coral colour. So the shade I've got is Fair's Fair, and I think it's good to note that this is the lightest shade that Soap & Glory have come out with. I think all the shades vary slightly from this one and the slightly darker one, but I know for a fact that this blush in here varies quite a bit. This is the more sort of coral pinky shade, which I really, really like and have been wearing semi-regularly, I'd say, over the last couple of months. The only thing I do find with the two products underneath here, the highlight and the blusher, is that they can blend a little bit patchy, so you do need to be careful. I found the best way for all the products inside this little sort of trio here, the best way to apply it is with the fingers. I think your fingertips warm up the product and make them blend easier. Tried with a brush and a beauty blender, and I just don't think it goes on quite the same. So I'd say if you're looking for easy products to slap on with your fingertips in the morning, this is a really, really great option. Okay, so this month I also discovered a brand new concealer. Well, it's new to me, it's been out for a little while, but this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Brush On Glow BB Highlighter. Now, obviously Estee Lauder call this a highlighter, and it comes in lots and lots of different shades, so you can choose to get one that's quite a bit lighter than your skin tone naturally, and it will work perfectly as a highlighter. But for me, I've gone with the shade 2C, which is light medium. and it works perfectly as a concealer for me. Now, you might have seen on the blog that I had my makeup done by Alan Pan, who is the global makeup artist for Estee Lauder, and he used this product on me when I went for that session with him. And I'd heard a bit about this in the blogosphere, but never been wowed. I always thought it was one of those sort of normal twisty-uppy, clicky pens that, you know, it was just a normal concealer. But when he applied it, I was blown away by how it made my under eyes look. And also as well, the other thing is that Alan applied this in a different way than I would normally apply my normal concealer. So he applied it on the inner corner of my eye and the outer corner of my eye, but not underneath. And by doing that, he was explaining to me that he was really concealing only the darkness that I actually had, because I don't have a lot of darkness under my eye. It's mainly in that inner corner and outer corner. So in conjunction with him obviously talking about this different way of applying concealer and this product, I just knew I had to walk away with it. This month I had my eyebrows threaded and tinted for the first time, and I've never had anything majorly done to my brows. I desperately needed it done, and I'm so glad I have now. But after having that done, I found that I don't actually need to use too many products on my brows, so I've gone back to an old favourite, and this is the Kiko Precision Eyebrow Pencil. Now, I don't have a normal pencil here to compare it with, but I don't know if you can tell on camera, this is actually quite a skinny pencil. It's just a normal wooden pencil, but Kiko actually give you a specific sharpener to go with this as well, because it is so skinny. And that's the thing I love about this. Even though, I mean, you can probably tell mine's quite blunt now, even when it gets quite blunt, you can still apply it really quickly. You don't have to worry about too many stark lines and things like that. It really is a great sort of thrower-oner, as I like to say. Okay, and so on to a couple of lip favourites. So I've got two lip favourites here that are totally different ends of the spectrum, but the first one I've been loving on a day-to-day basis is one of the Rimmel, what are they called? The Only One matte lipsticks. So you might have seen on Made from Beauty that Rimmel actually very kindly sent me the whole shade range for these lipsticks when they launched. I think they launched just before Christmas time actually. And this shade particularly is the one I've been wearing all the time, which is High Flyer. And it's a lovely, really dusky rose pink. So I'll link the blog post below so you can read up about them if you want to in depth. But in a nutshell, these are brilliant for a matte lip every day. So the way that I really like to apply them on an everyday basis is by just smoothing on a little bit of the colour and then patting in with my finger, and that way it gives an almost sort of stain to the lips. But because of the formula, they are a matte lipstick, but they've still got that creamy texture, so I don't find that my lips are sort of drying out like they would with a liquid lipstick or anything like that. It's just a really easy way of wearing the matte trend on a day. Okay, so on to my last makeup favourite, and this is a lipstick that I picked up in duty free when I went to Paris in February because it's a pretty expensive item. This is the Tom Ford lipstick in Spanish Pink. I'm sure you guys have seen this one a lot online. It's a very popular lipstick formula and a very popular shade. I've been eyeing this up for probably years, and I just, you know, I treated myself. I can totally and utterly see why this is so popular. It's like butter for your lips, and that's going to sound wrong because it doesn't sound like that would be nice to wear, but it is. It's so moisturising and so nourishing, but obviously you've still got that gorgeous colour there. I absolutely love Spanish Pink. It's a slightly peachy pink shade, which really does work with my skin tone. I find that that's the sort of nude shade that flatters me most. But I just can't get over my love for this lipstick. Okay, so I only have one hair favourite really at the moment. I've been trying out so many different hair products. You can probably see I've obviously got quite a bit of colour in the ends of my hair at the moment, so I've needed a lot of nourishment. I've been trying lots of different masks, shampoos and things like that. But one of the ones that I've tried recently that I really, like is the Grow Gorgeous Strengthening Oil. Now, I love Grow Gorgeous as a brand anyway. They use quite natural, organic ingredients that actually work. So there is a lot of science behind their hair care. It isn't the case that they've chucked in oils just for the sake of putting in oils and they can say it's got avocado and coconut and things like that. That's all very sort of popular at the minute. The oils in here are actually going to do something good for your hair. They've actually tested the formulas. So yeah, I really love Grow Gorgeous anyway as a brand, but I've read a lot about their strengthening oil and I kind of thought, well, you know, an oil can't do all of that surely for your hair, but it actually does. I've been using this now almost every single day for 2 months and my hair is definitely stronger. Like I said, I have been using lots of products, masks and things like that, so I can't definitively say that this product is it, but there's no way that this couldn't have been helping along the way. You probably see in the bottle, it's a really sort of thin oil, so I said on the blog when I reviewed it, it would be great for pretty much every hair type. If you have thin hair, if you have dry hair, if you have thick hair, if you have frizzy hair, curly hair, lots of hair but it's very fine, anything like that, this is an oil that will actually work for all of those hair types because it is so lightweight. Okay, so the last few favourites are going to be some fashion favourites, and I've got a couple here that are from my birthday, which was at the beginning of March. So Josh very kindly brought me this for my birthday, and it is the Saint Laurent card holder. I absolutely love this. It's so beautiful. I know it's an extremely luxury, frivolous purchase, but I love it. It's probably something I wouldn't have brought myself because it's over £100 for a little card wallet thing, but it is something that I'm going to use every day, hopefully for many, many, many years to come. Obviously, Saint Laurent with their YSL logoing here is very popular at the minute, but equally I do think that Saint Laurent is a timeless brand as well. So although it has got the sort of big logo here, I don't think I'm going to find that in a couple of years' time I'm not going to like that so much or anything like that. There's a lot of Gucci stuff I love at the moment, but I'm really apprehensive to invest in anything like that because it is so heavily branded. But this is so classic, so timeless. I love the gold hardware. It's in a grained leather as well, so it's going to be a lot more durable than obviously a smooth leather. I just really, really love it. And then obviously to go with my card holder, I needed something else to go in my purse to keep change, loyalty cards, any sort of vouchers, anything like that that I've got. And I'm somebody who doesn't really like having a big purse. I don't get along with a big purse. I chuck things in it and it stays like that and I never clear it out and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until I can't fit anything in it at all. So hopefully with these two little things in my bag now, that won't quite happen. So I treated myself with my birthday money to a little sort of, I think this is called a coin purse from Mulberry, and it's in this gorgeous red colour. This comes in lots of different colours. That's something I was going to say. I love this update to Mulberry. Obviously, I'm sure you guys know that the Mulberry's logo is the mulberry tree, which is really pretty, but they have now updated the brand by taking that emblem away, maybe popping it just on the lining of bags, or in this case it's just on the inside of this coin purse, and I've actually replaced it with just the simple Mulberry England stamp in the gold, and I really, really love that. I think it's a brilliant update to a brand with a lot of heritage, but like I was saying about the YSL, we don't necessarily want something that's going to be that big, that branded all the time. So I think this is a brilliant, brilliant move from Mulberry. It makes things feel a lot more high-end. It is quite an affordable designer, Mulberry, sort of like entry level, I guess. And so getting rid of that tree emblem, I think makes it feel a lot more luxe. Okay, so my last favourite at the moment is this jumper. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see on camera, but this is a little pink number from Miss Selfridge. It's got these sort of fluted sleeves with the ties around the sleeves. I'm going to insert a little bit of footage of me wearing this as well. I've worn this jumper so much in the last couple of months. Miss Selfridge isn't a shop that I'd normally go to. I'm much more of a sort of Zara and ASOS sort of person, but I actually found this on ASOS, you know, via Miss Selfridge. So that's where I purchased it from. It has been sold out on ASOS. I'm not sure if they're getting more stock in, but if I can find a link to this, I will pop it in the description bar below. Just absolutely love it. Okay, that's it for my current favourites at the moment. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said at the start of the video, there will be a new video every week. So if you've liked what you've seen today and want to see some more skincare, beauty, makeup favourites and routines and tutorials, lots of good stuff like that. If you want to see more like that, please hit the subscribe button. I'll pop into your subscription boxes every week and hopefully I will see you again. Bye!